What's going on, everybody? Just trying to make sure that we worked out all the little kinks here. Oops. There we go. It's working out, though. You guys are feeling all right today. Hope you're feeling pretty good. Saturday is treating you nice. Okay, so today's video, or today's live session is it goes out to YouTube commenter Irie Tech. He actually reached out to me in the comments on one of the last videos and asked me to do shoulder lower back focus stretch. So that's what we're going to do today. So if you guys have anything that you want to see, hit me up in the comments. Let me know. Okay, we'd love to help out. Okay, so here in Canada, it is a long weekend for us. So we'll be nice and loose, nice and easy with some of the moves here today. But of course, focus on the lower back and the shoulders. So let us lay on our back here. Okay, and just get comfortable. Okay, so why don't we take a couple deep breaths first? Just get us primed and ready to move. So when we're breathing here today, we want to focus on expanding our stomach, okay, and our chest up. So let us have our right hand rest on our chest. Our left hand will rest on our stomach. Now we're going to take a nice big deep breath in. Raising our stomach as high as we can. And then we're going to exhale. Another big deep breath in. Exhale. One more time, expanding our stomach as high as we can. In. And then coming down as we exhale. All right, so let's start a couple activation drills before we get going, because I find with like lower back issues, especially, it's actually not that so much that the lower back is tight. It's more that it's fatigued, it's tired. What we want to do is we want to start activating the other muscles to help take some of that pressure off our lower back. Okay, when we're doing simple things like sitting down for a little while, right? That puts a lot of pressure on our back, right? All the weight from the head, shoulders, weighing you down, so your back gets tired. So let's start engaging some of the other body parts, okay? That's going to help our back, which is going to be our abs, which is going to be our hips, which will be our glutes here. So the very first move that we're going to work here is we're going to work the dead bug, okay? So the dead bug, I'm going to lay flat on the floor. Okay, my legs are going to come up. I have a nice 90-degree bend here. Okay, my arms are going to come up as well, nice and straight. And I'm going to work opposite hand, opposite foot are coming down the floor here. Okay, so a couple key important rules when we do this is the very first one, the most important one, is that my abs are tight, super tight, okay? Like a very exaggerated tight. Okay, so my voice has changed as well, right? So that's gonna be the very first one, and let's start moving, and I'll give a couple more cues as we go along, all right? So let us start moving. So abs tight, firm. You guys ready? Here we go. Okay, let's move. Okay, opposite foot, opposite hand are coming up and down. And my abs are tight throughout the whole entire move. So when do I breathe? I breathe very short inhales, very short exhales, so that way I don't lose that connection. Okay, the second thing that's very important is that my hands and my feet, they move and they stop at the same time. Okay? And the third one is having everything, all our appendages, when they're down, covering to the floor as straight as possible. Okay, so another 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna rest here. So I'm gonna drop my feet down slowly. Okay, and that should get us primed and ready in the stomach. Okay, and you guys kept your stomachs really tight. So now we're gonna work the opposites, and we'll do one of our first, we'll quote unquote call back stretches here. Okay, so my hands will come down to the floor, and I'm going to just slowly just shift my body all the way to the right. Okay, all the way to the left, just trying to get my knees to touch down to the floor. Okay, and in this case, I want to try to get both my knees to touch down. And you'll see that my left knee is hovering off the floor. So what I like to kind of do is just take my right leg, okay, and then just give it a little help, okay, a little push depending on how tight you are this morning. Okay, and simply for the next 15 seconds, okay, so you guys don't have to look at me. The next 15 seconds, you're just gonna focus on you. If you wanna hold something for a little bit longer, go hold a little bit longer. If you wanna move a little bit more, move a little bit more. All right, we got another 7 seconds, guys. And all the while, we're just breathing. We're focusing on our exhale. We'll do another 3, 2, and this is 1. And we're going to rest right here. Okay, so from the floor, okay, we're going to come up off the floor. Okay, and we're going to travel to our hands and knees and kind of go on with the theme of activating certain muscle groups here. And in this case, now I want to activate my glutes. So we're going to do a two-parter here. So the two-part is going to be this. Okay, I'm going to kick up 1. And then I'm going to bring it all the way back down to the side, but my knee's still hovering off the floor. And I'm going to open 2. Okay, so 2 moves. Kicking as high as I can all the way to the ceiling, trying to imprint my foot. Okay, and then bringing it all the way down and then turning it over to the side and opening. Okay, so again, while you do this, we want to keep our stomach firm. Okay, not like super tight this time like we did earlier, but just a little firm here. Okay, so we're going to take our right leg. Okay, and let us kick all the way up, nice and high. Still maintaining that bend in your knees. Okay, trying to imprint that footprint all the way into the ceiling. And then slowly coming down. And then just opening all the way as far out to the side as you can. And we're going to do a couple reps. So we'll spend the next 20 seconds doing this here. In this way. Okay, with each and every single rep that you do. Okay, you try to get a little wider. A little bit more stretched out. Opening nice and wide. Okay, trying to kick higher and higher into the ceiling. Hey, you're gonna feel it once I get to that point where I can't get anymore. My glutes are just firing like heavy here. And then when I open my side all the way out to the side again, I'm trying to get my glutes going, but I'm also trying to open up my hips here. Okay, we'll do another 3, 2, 1. And from here, I'm going to touch down. I'm going to rest, okay? Now, before I do the other side, okay, I want to get one of our first shoulder exercises in here. So, shoulder stretches here. So, I'm going to just take my elbow. I'm going to put it right beside my knee. Okay, I'm just going to hover down here. And I'm going to make this little karate chop sign. We did this one last week, right? So, where I'm going to come all the way straight. Okay. My hand does not leave the floor, all the way straight, and I'm gonna pull my arm up, okay, but not my body, not my head, just my arm, so that my bicep is right beside my ear. Okay, and I'm gonna slowly drop down. So let's do 3 together, where I'm going to push my arm all the way as far forward as I can, far forward until there's no bend in the elbow. Now, without lifting any other part of my body, just my arm. My arm is going to try to get right beside my bicep. We're going to hold here for 3, 2, 1. And we'll do a nice slow drop. Right beside my elbow. I should be able to get higher the second time around. So let's go all the way forward. Your hand does not leave the floor until you go all the way nice and straight. Okay, super straight. And we're going to pull our arm up. And we're going to hold 3, 2, 1. And again, slowly bringing it down. And one more time here. Okay, all the way forward. Until it's super straight. Super straight. Okay, and we're going to pull up. Hold here for 3, 2, 1, and nice slow drop down. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the other side. I'll show from the front here. Okay, my knee's gonna be up. I'm gonna try to kick the ceiling, okay, while keeping that little bend in our knees. Ready? Here we go. All the way up. As high as I can until I reach as far up as I can. And I'm gonna slowly bring my knee back down to this right beside the other. And I'm just gonna open up. Okay, so taking your time, doing this move for the next 20 seconds. Okay, focusing on increasing your range of motion. Okay, increasing the range of the move with each and every single rep that you do. Not being satisfied with the movement. Okay, so by activating your glutes, that takes a lot of pressure off your lower back, especially like the times when you're walking, or if you guys are planning on doing a run, or if you're picking up anything, you can get those glutes engaged. It's a big, big helper, okay? Because your glutes are a huge muscle, okay? I like to call them like the abs of your back. Right, here we go. 3, 2, and we'll do a nice little slow drop. And from here, I'll back onto our knees. I'm gonna put my left elbow right beside my left knee. I'm gonna have my arm nice and straight. Okay, so let's go. I'm in that little karate chop motion. You'll see that my left arm does not go anywhere close as my right arm did. I'm gonna pick this up. I'm gonna straighten that out. Come on. And hold here for 3, 2, 1. And slowly drop down. Slowly again, bring it to my side. Okay, we got 2 more reps, so we're gonna make the best of it here. Okay, so we're gonna come up, up, up. Nice and straight. And all the way up. I'm gonna hold for 3, 2, 1. And back down one more time. Okay, elbows tucked right to the side. Okay, make that little karate chop. We're gonna be nice and straight, super, super straight. Okay, no bending that elbow. We're gonna go all the way up. Okay, we're gonna hold here for 3, 2, 1. And I'm gonna slowly come back down. Okay, so from here now, we're gonna just rest on our stomach. Okay, and this is gonna be our last big stretch, and it's a little bit of a two-parter here. Okay, so we're going to stretch our shoulders, okay, and we're going to stretch our back all at the same time. So you guys can see here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start with my right hand. My right hand's going to be out at, we'll start at 3 o'clock. I want to make this one easy here. Okay, starting at 3 o'clock, my hands to the floor, my chest is to the floor, and I'm going to lift my my left foot off the floor. Okay, and I'm just going to work a little bit of a twist here. Okay, it's what's called a scorpion's twist, but a little bit with another twist here today. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it that way. Okay. So, hands to the floor. And this time, okay, the one little difference between this and how we would usually do this scorpion would be I'm going to nail my shoulder into the floor as well. Okay, so this part of my shoulder is going to land right into the floor. I'm going to lift my left knee up. Okay, and I'm going to turn now. Okay, so let's turn. And just the big toes touching the floor. Okay, and here my lower back gets stretched. If I'm pushing my shoulder into the floor, my shoulder's also getting stretched out. And we'll slowly come back down. Okay, and now, okay, from the 3 o'clock position, I'm going to move my hand at the 5 o'clock now. So, again, still pushing in my shoulder into the floor. Okay, my left foot's coming up, and now I'm going to try to lift my knee even higher off the floor, giving myself a bigger stretch. Again, putting that weight down onto my shoulder, stretching out my chest as well. I'm using my left hand to help me push into the floor so I can go back even further. And we'll hold for another 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back down. Okay, now my hand's going to travel. My right hand's going to travel to the 1 o'clock position. And this is where you want to be very careful. Okay, so we're going to do the same move. Okay, I'm going to drill my shoulder into the floor. See, I kind of turn my face out to the side so my right cheek is almost touching the floor. I'm going to lift my knee off the floor, and I'm going to do a very slow turn. Okay, you'll find that your shoulder should be getting a much bigger stretch here. Chest is getting a much bigger stretch as well. Okay, you can even take your hand all the way to the 12 o'clock position. I'm not very comfortable there just yet. Okay, but your hand could be at the 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock position. Hey, just pushing hard there. And we're going to hold here for another 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to turn back. Okay, now I'm going to do the other side. Okay, so my left hand is going to be all the way out at the 9 o'clock position. This time I'm going to lift my right knee off the floor. You guys will be able to see from this side. Okay, and I'm just going to turn like so. Okay, let's go. Okay, lifting your right knee off the floor, turning. I'm going to take my right hand, I'm going to push into the floor. And this way, my shoulder is working a little bit harder as well. Turning my body out. Okay, and we'll hold here for 3, 2, 1, turning in. Okay, now my hand is going to be down. Okay, at the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock position. And again, I'm going to just turn my body, lifting my knee. Okay, and then the higher I lift my knee off the floor and make that turn, the more of a stretch I'm going to give my back. Okay, the smaller I make it, okay, the less. But you know, you got to go at your own pace, see what feels good to you. Okay, I'm going to turn back. And for the very last one, getting my hand all the way at the 10 or maybe the 11 o'clock position. Okay, pushing my shoulder into the floor. Okay, I'm turning my literally with my left cheek on my face all the way down to the floor. And I'm going to make a turn. I'm going to go very slowly. Left shoulder. As you saw earlier, not as flexible as my right. Okay, I'm going to hold here. It only works if you push your shoulder into the floor. Okay, actively pushing your shoulder into the floor. Okay, using your right hand to push out, to turn your body out to the side. All right. And we're going to hold here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to come down. I know I said that was the last one, but let's do one more. Okay, just to kind of finish it off. So I'm just going to lean back, nice and easy, trying to get my butt to touch my heels. Okay, and I'm also actively pushing into the floor. Okay, and now I'm going to lean all the way forward. Okay, there's a big difference between me leaning forward and looking forward and me leaning down and then looking up. Okay, when you look up, you're going to feel that big stretch in your tummy. And again, let's lean back one last time. Okay, this time trying to get further and further back. Okay, all the way right into your heel. Okay, again, I'm going to lean forward as far forward as I can. Arms are nice and straight. Hips is low to the floor. And I'm looking up at the ceiling. Okay, trying to relax those shoulders. I'm going to hold here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up. Okay, we're going to slowly come up to our feet. The way we're going to do this over here is going to lean back on our feet. Feet are narrow. Just going to let my body just kind of hang and slowly just come up. Okay, clicking my spine into place here. And the final thing we're going to do together, guys, is we're going to breathe out over here. Okay, we'll do 3 big deep breaths together. Okay, to calm our mind, calm our bodies down. Getting that final shoulder stretch in as well. Okay, so let's clasp our hands together. Take a big deep breath in. Okay, we'll go back and exhale. Okay, second one, all the way up in. And back down. And very last one here. Okay, all the way up, 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 up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And back down. Okay, thanks so much for taking the time training with me this Saturday morning. Okay, at least morning for the Eastern folks. If there's something that you want to see, if there's a stretch that you want me to do on a Saturday, a workout, whatever it may be, hit me up in the chat group. Hit me up in the comments field. Let me know what you want to see. But until then, have an amazing Saturday. Those in Canada, have an amazing long weekend. Peace, everybody. Thank you. Music. I wish I could hear music sometimes. Thanks, Ari Tech. Hey, Ari, this one's for you, man. This is your suggestion here. So hopefully your shoulders and all that stuff's feeling pretty good today. Thank you.